guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Foundation Friday. I'm so happy that you are here and I'm so happy to be back with another Foundation Friday. I am excited for this one because I've been wearing this foundation for a while now and I really like it. If you saw it, it is part of my acne makeup foundation routine, and I really felt like I needed a new foundation a couple of months ago when my skin started to just get really bad and start to break out. And I picked up the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. So I wanted to share this foundation for Foundation Friday because I never got a chance to actually share my thoughts with you on it. Obviously, I've been using it up to this point, so my thoughts are good. But I want to put this foundation to the test. So I'm going to show you this foundation the same way that I would any other Foundation Friday and foundation review. But I want to put this foundation to the absolute ultimate test. Is it going to last working out in it, sweaty, gross, but also is it going to last wearing a mask with it? These are like the top two questions that I get all the time, and I want to put my favorite foundation to the test. Without further ado, let's jump into this tutorial and let me show you this foundation and let's see how it does. All right, so here is the NARS foundation. The shade that I ended up going with and have been using is called Santa Fe Medium 2, and I actually like the container that it comes in. It just kind of squeezes out. So I'm just gonna apply to my face so you can see the coverage that it gives, and this is literally just what's on my finger. And for my skin, I like to apply a hydrating primer underneath, but here is that foundation. Already by itself, no concealer, already providing really good coverage, especially with like unfortunately, all of the acne scarring that I have. And if you take a look at the sides where the foundation has kind of dried down, the foundation doesn't really oxidize, which I do really like and I found is a big issue with matte foundations. So I like to apply it with this kind of brush. This is the Airbrush Flawless Complexion from IT Cosmetics. And I like to just dab it into my skin. So here is the coverage before I touch it. I like to go in with a little bit more on a beauty blender and just make sure it's all blended out. I do this with like every single foundation. I don't just do it with this foundation, but I feel like it just like fully smooths everything out. And that's it. That's for the foundation. I mean, it literally looks probably just like, it just looks so good. It looks like the happy medium between like what I want my skin to look like. Like it covers just enough for me to be confident in my skin, especially having all of the scarring going on. It is lightweight, so I don't feel like there's so much makeup on my face, like just weighing it down. And it's matte, so I feel like when I have a lot of acne on my face, putting on a dewy foundation just makes every single pimple stick out 10 times more. So I just like am really obsessed with this foundation. I know this is like supposed to be a review, but shocker, I've tried it like a million times and I think I've finally perfected my routine with this foundation, but I had to show this to you in more detail and really show you how awesome that it is. If you are looking for a routine on how to cover up acne, I do use this foundation. I will link it up here so you can watch the video, but I'm going to finish my makeup and I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. All right guys, I'm back with my face done. I want to zoom you in so you can see like the texture and just see everything about this foundation. Okay, so here is my skin. This is like immediately after when I'm done with the foundation. So there is a small tiny bit of texture and creasing that does happen with this foundation, but I find, because I have not put setting spray on yet, that when I do put on setting spray, it kind of brings everything together and doesn't make it look so porous, if you will, because you can kind of see a little bit of my pores here, though I did also apply blush pretty heavy. I know it doesn't look it, but there's a lot of product there. And then on my forehead, I do get this line. It usually happens in most foundations. It is a little more prominent in foundations that are matte or dry foundations. All I spray is a setting spray. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, or I'll spray the MAC Fix Plus. This is a limited edition one, but it is just the MAC Fix Plus. So one or the other of these, or your favorite setting spray that's just going to help hydrate the skin just a little bit more. For reference, I have, or I would consider myself to have, like combination skin. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a little spritz. Or a lot of spritz. The other day, I wanted to put this foundation to the test. It is my favorite foundation, but I wanted to put it to the ultimate test. Everyone has been asking me lately, you know, what makeup should I wear that's not going to come off with wearing a mask? I always get questions about what makeup they should wear to the gym. If you're into that, I do not wear makeup to the gym, but if you want to wear makeup to the gym, go right ahead. But I wore this same makeup minus the, yeah, you get my point. I wore this foundation to the gym in the way that I have been doing it since purchasing the foundation, and I wanted to put it to the test to see if it would last. So let's put it to the test and see if the NARS Soft Matte Foundation is going to last not only at the gym sweating, but also with a mask on. Okay, so I really just like want to go get in another quick workout today. It's been a really stressful past few days, so here is this makeup. I'm putting a mask on. I mean, I have to, so let's go. Here's what I'm wearing. Cute. Right here. Here it is. I found it. So cold, but I don't ever want to bring my jacket inside. Moment of truth. Gotta say, I'm a little impressed. Almost got hit by a car. Oh my god, the inside of my mask. Alright, we're gonna check this out when I get back. Well, actually, this lighting's pretty good. We're gonna check this out when I get back to my house, but this is insane. Hello. Okay, so I left the gym at 10 o'clock when they closed. It is 12 o'clock in the morning right now. Still haven't changed my background to things that aren't Christmas, but it's just trees. They're just trees. So I wanted to kind of zoom you in on my camera so you can really see where my skin is at, and we can chat about this a little more. Okay, so zooming you guys in, you can definitely see some texture right in the area, and like, I don't know what the heck happened here, but you can definitely see some texture in the area around my face, like where I had my mask on. Like you can see kind of like some lines. So like there is some blotchiness, and my recommendation with that would be to use more of like a matte powder. I personally don't like a matte powder with this foundation for personally me, because I'm just not wearing, I mean, I'm not wearing makeup to work. I'm not wearing makeup out and about with a mask on, if that makes sense. Usually my mask is on for like 5 minutes max. If I'm going out somewhere like where I need it. Maybe I wouldn't say, actually it'd say more like grocery store would take me like maybe an hour. Gym about an hour too, but I'm not usually wearing makeup to those places. So when I am wearing makeup, I'm going maybe out to like a restaurant, which is very rare. these days, and really just not that often. So I'm wearing it for like 5 minutes to walk in, then sit down, and then 5 minutes to like go to the bathroom, 5 minutes to walk out. But with that said, I truly do, although there's all this movement in this area from the actual mask itself, I really do think that it actually held up pretty well. If you look at my face, like overall, she okay. She good. She's still in place together. But if you know, want to really, really break it down and look at it, there's a lot of blotchiness, but it is coming from the mask. So I think that it looks pretty good given the circumstances, given the fact that I have to keep a mask on all day, given the fact that my lash is falling off. But I think it held up pretty damn good for it being me wearing a mask in the gym, doing sprints, doing weights, and sweating my ass off. It stayed pretty good. All right, guys, we saw this foundation in action, and I would give it a thumbs up. I'm actually impressed. It's not perfect. It didn't stay perfect, but I am genuinely impressed with how it lasted, not only at the gym, but in a mask. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are on the NARS Soft Matte Foundation, and if you've tried it before, let me know down below. I almost feel like we could have put it to the even more ultimate test by just jumping in a pool or something.